Hi you guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking all about my 30 lessons that I learned by the age of 30. So if you are interested in hearing all about my 30 lessons, please make sure you continue to watch this video, and also stay tuned because I have a huge announcement at the end of the video. I'm going to be announcing something big that I'm working on, and I am looking forward to sharing it with everyone on my platform. So yeah, let's get into this video. I am turning 30 this year. Can you believe it? Wow, I am a 90s baby. In September 2020, I will be turning 30 years old. I'm a Virgo, hence my Virgo chain. If you guys like my chain, I'll link where I got it below. It's like only $2. I am the only girl, only daughter of my mom. I was raised with two boys, her two sons, and yeah, I grew up in a world that was pretty much not all about me. I had to share the spotlight with two boys, and you know, even though my mom was a single mom, she did the best that she could to raise us, and I think that I turned out to be a pretty amazing adult. Let's just get into it. I made a list in my journal. I always write in my journal whenever I'm feeling any type of ways, like sad. A lot of times I write in my journal when I'm feeling sad, but this journal entry, I was just called to do it, and it was just, I don't know, it was just something different for me. I never really record like happy moments in my journal, which I feel like I need to, but I generally record the sad moments. So here are the 30 lessons that I have listed for you guys. Oh my God. On the other side is like a journal entry, but these are my 30 lessons that I learned before turning 30. And I feel like, you know, a lot of these lessons I've learned not just in my 20s, but a lot of the lessons I have learned from being a child all the way until now. I think that there are, like, we all take the traumatic experiences from our childhood and we do bring them into adulthood, and we look for people who could fill these voids when we instead should be filling the voids and trying to understand ourselves. It's a psychological thing. I know, I'm a Virgo. I'm a Virgo, so this is what I do. But yeah, so let's get into all the 30 things that I've learned before turning 30, shall we? The first lesson that I would like to share is that it is okay to let people go. When I was a child, I did not understand that. When my parents, they ended up getting a divorce, I didn't understand not seeing my dad all the time. And I think with that, it kind of just was like, oh my God, why do I need to separate from my dad? Like, he was always there. He was, you know, he was in my household. He was my dad. I always saw him. Like, I have a vivid memory of me coming home and reading a book to him. Yeah, and just like, he was my dad. So when my parents got divorced, I didn't really understand how important it is to let someone go. And it became such a strange situation in my life where, you know, we would go from seeing our dad like every day to going to see him to maybe like once a week to not even seeing him for maybe a year or 2 years at that. And with that, as I became an adult, the people who I, you know, came in contact with and tried to build relationships with, I didn't understand, even when it was like a toxic relationship or situation, I didn't understand, you know, that I needed to let them go. I always would like want them to come back to me and just say, you know, I'm sorry. I would always apologize first. And I just think, you know, that just kind of stemmed from me being a child. I don't want to make this a therapy lesson, but my point is that it is okay to let people go. It's okay to let go of friendships. It's okay to let go of relationships, family members. It's okay to let go of jobs. It's okay to let go of things that just do not make you happy. It's totally okay to let those things go. If it's not making you happy internally, if it's draining you, it's okay to let it go. God will bring people into your life for reasons, and God will bring people into your life for seasons. And that's something that I had to learn as a child. and into my adult. So now that I'm 30, I understand that it's okay to let people go. You know, it's gonna hurt, but it's okay to let them go as long as, you know, your sanity, you're okay. The second lesson that I learned is to say yes to the unknown, and it's okay to take risks. I have learned that by saying yes, I'm opening up more doors and pathways for myself to not only meet new people and to just open up, but I'm allowing myself to experience. So when you take risk in life, not all the risks that you take are going to be the best, but at least you never know until you take the risk. Like, the risk could be bad, the risk could be good. So I think that it's okay to say yes to the unknown. You want to listen to your intuition. You know, I have an advantage because I'm a female. So I have an advantage of having the woman's intuition. So if there is something that is bugging me and saying, oh girl, I don't think this is right, I'm gonna listen to that. But a lot of the times I am starting to open up, and I think it is okay to say yes. Just be spontaneous and just do those things that you wouldn't normally do. So it is okay to say yes to the unknown. The third lesson that I have to share is that it is okay to be selfish. This is a topic that I really want to speak on because growing up, like, my mom, she would, like, legit, and no shade to my mom because I love her to death. Like, anybody that try to come for my mom, you coming for me. So only I can come for her. But anyway, this lesson here, it's okay to be selfish. It's okay to be selfish. My mom used to tell me that I was so selfish. Like, I didn't understand it, and I thought it was the worst thing to be selfish. I thought it was like, you know, just because I was all about myself. Like, I'm the only girl, you know, I don't really have any big commitments or anything like that. Like, it was just all about me. So I just wanted it to be pretty much all about me. I'm the only girl. Like, what do you mean? It is okay to be selfish. I don't have any kids. I don't have pretty much another human being life to look after. So right now, being an adult, it's totally okay to be selfish with your time. Time is something that you cannot get back. So with that, the whole, you know, being selfish situation, it kind of rubbed me the wrong way growing up. And I thought that it was like so bad to be selfish, and that, you know, I had to find somebody to just give to and pour into so that I wouldn't feel selfish, because my mom always called me that. And I think that right now, as an adult, I see nothing wrong with me being selfish. It landed me here. I put my career on top, and that's how I am where I am today. And, you know, I just want to make sure before I bring any life into this world that I have enough money in my bank account, I can afford to take care of a human being's life, and that I have enough money to give, not only to charity, but also people in my family, my mom included. So it's like I'm grinding for a reason. It may come off as being selfish, but to me, I think that I'm just grinding and I'm just hustling right now, and I'm just making sure that I'm doing what I can do to make sure that not only am I okay, but also my future is secured. My future generation is secured as well. That's where I am. The next lesson that I learned is to protect your peace. Take this lesson away with you. Protect your peace. Protect your energy. Protect who you give your energy to. Protect who you're surrounded by with your energy. Just protect your energy. Our energy is so pure. It's a vibe that it's a match. And once someone comes in with negative energy, that is going to influence yours. I'm intuitive AF. So if you walk into my circle, you walk into my sphere with a bad vibe, I'm going to feel that energy. And not only am I going to feel it, I'm going to be like, whoa, what's wrong with that person? You know, what's wrong with that person? And when you're intuitive, People who are intuitive, you know this. You take on the energy of someone else. So someone can walk in with a bad vibe, and I'm not going to catch a bad vibe. I'm just going to feel it, and that's going to drain me because it's negative and it's intuitive. It's like you're matching someone's vibe. That's pretty much what it is. And if someone is coming in with lower vibrations around you, that's going to lower your vibration too. So you want to protect your energy. You want to protect who you give your time to, your space, who you're allowing in your space, who you're allowing in your body, to see your body, to feel your body. You want to protect all that. That is what I mean by protect your energy, protect your vibe, protect your vibrations. You want to be surrounded by people who are high vibrational, people who are laughing and smiling, because like attract like. Sometimes the opposites attract, but in terms of energy and the law of the universe, like attract like, and that high vibrational person is 9 times out of 10, they may lift your vibes too. So that is what I mean by protect your energy, protect who you're giving your energy to, and protect your energy when you're surrounded by people with low vibes. If you're intuitive, you're going to feel that low vibe. So make sure you protect your energy at all costs. Take that lesson. That's the lesson, the biggest lesson that I learned being an adult. The biggest lesson that I learned being an adult. Okay? That's what I learned like in my later 20s. The next lesson that I have to share with you guys is number 5. We're only on number 5. Oh my God. Do what makes you the happiest. Focus on yourself. Because if you focus on other people, you're not focusing on yourself. So do what makes you happy. If going to the mall makes you happy, go to the mall because it makes you happy. If traveling makes you happy, save your money so you can travel because you're going to be happy when you travel, you know? If buying something makes you happy, save your money to buy it because buying stuff makes you happy. So that's what I mean by do what makes you the happiest. If eating ice cream makes you happy, girl, go eat some daggone ice cream, okay? We all gotta die eventually. You're not gonna die tomorrow from eating ice cream, okay? Number 6, make a list, manifest, and go after everything you want. Go after everything you want. When I say go after everything you want and make a list, you guys, I literally manifested my whole life. My entire life right now. I manifested the type of car that I'm driving. I manifested the job that I have today. I manifested where I would be today, how much money I would probably have in my bank account. I haven't manifested that yet, but I need to. I've manifested where I am today, being on my own, financially free, independent, in a relationship, a healthy relationship. That's something that I manifested. I made a list, and I'm not going to share my list, my detailed list, but make it as descriptive as you like. So if you are, let's just say you want a car, right? Well, take a piece of paper, write the model, write the year, write the color, write the whatever, write it down to a T. And not only do you need to stick that piece of paper somewhere and forget about it, like hide it from yourself, but you need to go after it. You need to go get it. You need to find ways to get it. And the internet is so big. You have a smartphone in your hand, you have resources, because the smartphone has internet, and the internet is the largest resource that you can ever have. So go after it. Manifest it, go after it. And that's on that, period, poo. All right, number 7, the law of attraction is real. It changed my life. I didn't get introduced to the law of attraction until maybe I was like, maybe 24. Let's say I was 24 years old, but I didn't understand it. I didn't understand what the secret was. I didn't understand what it was. But at 23 years old, I was introduced. I purchased a book. It was called The Magic by Rhonda Byrne. Shout out to Rhonda Byrne because she's a GOAT. But I purchased the book called The Magic, and The Magic was all about gratitude and being grateful, keeping a gratitude journal, and just waking up saying thank you, thank you, thank you, writing down things every single day that you're thankful for. The secret, you guys, is the law of attraction. Basically, you need to think it, believe it, and see it, and feel it. You have to attract it, because then, like I said, like attracts like. Sometimes when we go out, we're looking for a parking spot. I don't know how this happens. Anytime we're in the car, we're always finding a close parking spot somewhere. It never fails. It's like we'll circle the block and then we'll come back around and boom, it's a close parking spot. We manifest parking spot, like little things like that. So the secret is the law of attraction, and it has changed my life. Pretty much just writing things down. That is going to go back into lesson number 6. Just, writing, make a list, writing things down, and then go after it. And then the law of attraction pretty much is like attract like. You can pretty much see it, you can believe it. If you believe it, you can see it. So make sure that if there's something that you want to accomplish in your life, go after it. Do it. Do it. It was a game changer for me. I don't understand what I was doing before the law of attraction. I probably was manifesting some things into my life and didn't even know, but I didn't really get it until I was like 20, 24, 25. That's when I for sure understood what it was. Y'all better go get the secret. The next lesson that I learned is lesson number 8. God is real. God is so real. And God, to me, is the highest form of everything. God is the Alpha and the Omega. He is the beginning and the end. I'm about to cry talking about him because that's how good he's been to me in my life. He has given me chances. I've been in 3 car accidents in my life, and I'm still here. God is so good. I've done things in my life that, I've had to cry and pray about, that I'm not happy about, broken my spirit. And, I will pray to God and write in my prayer journal, and I just feel his spirit and the spirit of my angels and my guardian angels being with me at all times. I feel like I'm so protected, and God is just so good and so real. That's the lesson that I needed to learn in my 20s, because I don't think that when I was maybe a teenager, I didn't give him enough credit. But I did grow up in, I didn't grow up in the most religious household. But as I got older, I became a little bit more spiritual, and I did my research. But I do believe that God is real at the end of the day. So whichever God you're praying to, that's the God I also pray to too, girl. Okay, the highest power. All right, next. So number 9, there are synchronicities all around you. Pay attention. Pay attention to those signs. If you had a stop sign that says stop, that's a sign that says stop. Okay, that's a synchronicity. If you look on the clock and it says 11:11, 1111, that's a synchronicity. That's a sign. That's a sign from your angels. Pay attention to those things. Pay attention to, the way people treat you. Pay attention. I was in, an unfortunate relationship, and I prayed to God for signs. And he sent me signs in my dreams. And when God sends you signs in your dreams, girl, you better listen. You better listen. Because when you wake up and you keep questioning him, he's going to do something that you did not expect. And I woke up and I questioned him. I was like, what is this dream? Why am I having this dream? I'm so confused even more. But the sign was in my dream, you guys. I had the answer right there in my dream. I just didn't want to believe it because it was so clear. It was such a clear message that I got in my dream. It was so vivid. And God was just like, you asked for this. This is your dream. I'm going to give you the sign. And then when I woke up, I was so confused. But also during that day, I went to work and boom, it all came out. Like it all came out. Like all the signs that God sent me the night before or that night, it was just there. Like, what? I don't know. Pay attention, okay? Lesson number 10, make new friends. Allow yourself to. Drake has this song called No New Friend. I like that song. It's a vibe. It's cute. But make new friends. It's okay. It's okay. Like, I made some really good friends in my 20s. My bestest friend, I met her when I was like 20, maybe 24. And we really didn't become close until maybe like we took a trip together and we like started opening up, and it was just like everything was happening. Ebb and flows, okay? Ebb and flows. You got to open yourself up and make new friends. Allow people to come to your life. But like I said, protect your energy, but also make sure that their energy matches your energy or their vibe matches your vibe, because you don't want to be hanging with somebody who has low vibes. So yes, make new friends. It's okay. And if the vibe feels off, then you don't have to be their friend. That's the whole thing about being an adult, is that you get to make friends with people that match your vibe and that have the same, like interests as you. That's the cool thing about being an adult. Like, if you don't want to be friends with somebody, you don't have to. So if you don't want to see that person again, you don't have to. But you can also make new friends. Okay, next. Oh, number 11. Why did I make this number 11? Let me get comfortable. This is getting real hot. Forgive yourself. Forgive yourself, because time heals all wounds. With this lesson really, I needed the most, because there were some incidents that happened in my life, in my 20s. I'm not going to mention them. But it broke me, pretty much. It broke my spirit, yes. And I didn't know what to say. I was speechless. So like, I remember one day I took a bath and I just asked for forgiveness. And to this day, I still feel like, you know, it just weighs heavy on my shoulders, the situation. And I just still ask for God forgiveness, because I feel like, you know, at the end of the day, He's the decision maker of my life. Like, no one else is going to decide whether I go to heaven or, you know, heaven. But, you know, God, I don't know, it just broke my spirit, and He's just like the only person I need to answer to, and myself. So not only do you need to forgive yourself, that is my lesson for number 11, but lesson number 12 is to forgive others. Important that I learned forgiving others, because we can't expect people to know how to treat us if we don't know how to treat us. So when you forgive others for the way that they treated you, it's not like letting them off the hook, but it's allowing yourself to release any past hurt or resentment or pain that you have built up towards that person. So there are, maybe not a lot of people have done, like, think of really bad things to me, but there are some situations that happen where I just will never look at the one person the same way. And I had so much love for this person, like so much love for this person. And it took me to not only forgive myself, but to forgive that person for what they did to me and how it made me feel as an adult. Like, I just needed to forgive that person, because with that situation, like, I just feel like I gave so much of myself to that situation, and I was just like hurt in the end. And so with that, in order for me to move on and just, you know, continue to have a good life and be optimistic and be myself, I just needed to forgive that person, and so I can move on, so I can release and just let it go. And I don't know, you guys, I feel really relieved. And like right now where I am, like, would I ever trust this person again? I don't know. But I do forgive this person, because people make mistakes. Nobody in life is perfect, so you're forgiven, boo. All right, so lesson number 13 is to breathe. Being an adult, I learned that I have anxiety. I've had multiple anxiety attacks. And the first time I realized that I had anxiety, I was being robbed on a bus stop. So it's not a funny situation, but I can remember before I got in my car, I would work at this store and I got off really late, and I used to go and stand on a bus stop. Now, I knew that this bus stop was dark. There was no lights, no street lights near the bus stop. And one day I was getting off work, and I, like I normally do, I walked to the bus stop. There was another girl who was sitting inside the bus stop stand. And then two guys, they come running up, and the next thing you know, they're like pointing guns at us, like, what the F you think this is? What the F you think this is? And I ran. I remember like vividly running for my life, and I thought that they were going to shoot me. One guy tried to chase me. Like, oh my God. And I was getting off work all by myself, and they were going to rob us. So when I got home that night, I broke down crying, and I started like breathing really hard, like, and I was like, oh my God, am I having an anxiety attack? That was the first time I had an anxiety attack. And now probably have like 1 or 2 anxiety attacks throughout the year. And I'm learning, like, with essential oils and just breathing. That's my lesson number 13, is to breathe. It just helps me get through it a little better, and just calming down. Because as a Virgo, Virgos want to control. We like to control the narrative or control the situation. And for me, I had no control. And when I don't have any control, like, I can't control the situation, it throws me off balance, and to the point where anxiety can occur. So now I just try to sit and just breathe. And luckily I have, a cute little Apple Watch. You're part of the Apple Watch gang, then you know that it will remind you to breathe throughout the day. So, which is healthy. Make sure you breathe, guys. Lesson number 14, respect your girl, okay? You want to respect her, especially if you're a female. Don't be out here giving to guys randomly. Respect her. Put some respect on her. She's a treasure, okay? She's treasure. Respect your girl, because she does a lot for you. She makes you feel lots of ways. She makes you feel good. Keep her clean. Keep her, nice. Respect your girl enough so that she's not out here meeting strangers and constantly meeting new strangers, is what I'm saying. Like, you don't want her to be meeting these new strangers like all the time. Like, respect her, introduce her to something nice or someone nice, something nice or someone nice. Introduce her and respect her, because when you put some respect on her, okay, she is going to reward you, girl. Reward you, okay? You know what I'm saying? Put some respect on that girl. Okay, next. Lesson number 15. It's never too late to see the world. I didn't get my passport until I was 27 years old. I worked as a travel agent, you guys, and I did not travel internationally until I was 28, 29. I didn't travel internationally. Yeah, I got my passport and I'm almost 30. I got my passport at the age of 27. I didn't use it until a full year later at the age of 28. Okay? Get a passport, go see the world, or just cross the border, you know, go to Canada, go to Mexico, save your money, see the world. It's a big world out there, trust me. Then number 16, be there for others. It is important to show up. This lesson is really important because I feel like when you have people that you love in your life, you want to make sure that you're showing up and being there for them. Whether it's a graduation or a simple ceremony or a simple birthday or a baby shower, it's so important to show up to events. This is something that I wish I could do more of. Throughout my 20s, like my entire 20s, I always worked Saturdays. So it was always so hard for me to be there for people or attend events or showers and things like that because I always had to work. Yeah, it's so important to be there for your loved ones, your family, your friends. It's important to show up. All right, the next lesson, save money for retirement to buy a home and for investments. This lesson goes so far beyond just that. I have some investments in the stock market, and I'm also looking into getting into real estate as well and having investment properties, ensure that my retirement is just constantly building up for me. Okay. The next thing that I have on my list, which is lesson number 18, is to know your worth. Know your worth, recognize red flags. Like I said, protect your energy. So if something happens in your life where you don't feel comfortable, or someone talks down on you, or maybe a place of employment isn't the best thing for you, know your worth. If you feel like you're being underpaid, undervalued, know your worth. Know how much you're bringing to the table, so that you know you're gonna teach people how to treat you. So if someone treats you less than what you feel like you are worth, then that's a red flag. So know your worth. The next lesson that I have is to try not to take out loans for college. I went out of state for college, and when I didn't have any financial literacy growing up. I wasn't, raised in a household that was all about managing your money, pretty much. And so when I got to college, I took out a ton of student loans, which this is probably the one thing that just jabs at me, is just taking out a bunch of student loans. And now what? So now you're stuck with these student loans, and now you have to pay all this money back. I would say not to do it. Get on scholarship.com. They have scholarships for everything. They have scholarships for being a minority woman. They have scholarships for women. They have scholarship for men. They have scholarships for basketball. They have scholarships for, if you're into science or biology, or if you are a Pacific Islander, or if you are a mom who's returning back to school. They have scholarships for you. So make sure you guys, please limit the amount of loans that you are taking out for college. This one hurt me because I went out of state for school, and that tuition was an arm and a leg, sweetie. But luckily it was a public college, so it didn't hurt that much. Okay, the next lesson that I have is to speak up, especially for yourself or the mistreatment of others. This is something that I didn't really, in terms of like speaking up for others, I don't really have to do that. But in terms of speaking up for myself, for sure. Working in corporate America, working in, any type of job, speak up for yourself. God gave you a voice for a reason. Make sure you're speaking up for yourself. If someone talks down on you, you speak up for yourself. You say something, just speak up for yourself. Say how you feel. It's okay to say how you feel. Not everyone's going to like, this is what I'm learning, okay? Not everyone is going to like what you have to say. So make sure you speak up for yourself, and you'll be a-okay. All right, lesson number 22, ignore the haters. There will always be somebody that has something to say. Now, I know it's kind of redundant to say speak up for yourself and then ignore the haters, but sometimes being silent is the best way to be, okay? It makes a person who's loud look ignorant, and tired, and they just say stuff and keep going on and on, and they just look dumb. So you're always going to have somebody who don't like what you have to say. There are going to be people who criticize my video, people who don't like me just because, but still will follow me, but just don't say anything. Let them just be who they are and say what they need to say, and just don't say anything. Be silent and let them look stupid being ignorant. Okay? Lesson number 23. Lesson number 23. Self-care is the best care. Facial, fitness, spa dates. Take care of yourself. You only get one body. Let me tell you something. My back is hurting right now. I sit in a chair all day. It's the most uncomfortable chair ever. But, you know, you still got to come home, do some fitness, stretch every day, 30 minutes. Just take time out for yourself. Right after this video is over, I swear I have a mask that I'm going to be doing to take this makeup off. I'm going to take a bath, and I'm also going to journal. But I have been getting into some fitness lately and making sure, because I'm turning, you know, the big 30, just making sure that my body is the way that I want it to look and that I'm okay with my body. And, you know, there are some things on my body that I'm really not liking. Make sure you're taking care of yourself. Self-care is the best care. Even if you can't get a full day of self-care in, like I used to call Sundays my self-care Sundays. I would go get my nails done, and just like, you know, facials and things like that. But now since Corona, I don't really trust a lot of people up in my face or on my hands or on my toes. I don't see how y'all been out here in this public with all this coronavirus happening. Self-care is the best care. Just make sure you take care of yourself, whether it's for 30 minutes or if you can dedicate a full day, that's amazing. Get some time to yourself to just love on yourself and just give back to your body, give back to yourself and your soul. Lesson number 24, make your own money, because nobody can tell you how to spend your own money, girl. So make your own money, because nobody can tell you how to spend your own money. Let me say that again. Make your own money, because no one can tell you how to spend your own money, okay? Okay. Better stop living off that man. Stop asking for handouts. Make your own money so you can spend it the way that you want to spend it. That was another lesson I learned. Lesson number 25. This is relationship advice. Be a girlfriend until you are a wife. Doing stuff for people who don't have any intentions on being with you. If he has intentions on being with you and making you his wife, it's okay. But if he has no intentions whatsoever, he doesn't take any steps to better himself or to take care of you, that's not okay, girl. Get out of that situation. You have to kind of ask your guy, your partner, what are your intentions? What are we doing? What are we doing? Are we dating to get married, or are we dating to just date? Like, what are we doing? If your intentions are you want to be somebody's wife, you need to make that clear. But if your intentions are, I just want to have a boyfriend right now, I just want to have fun, make that clear also. Like, you just have to make your intentions clear. Be a girlfriend, especially while you're young. Unless he's serious and has intentions on marrying you, be a girlfriend. The next lesson I have is get insurance in terms of health insurance, because your wealth is in your health. You want to make sure that you're okay, your body is doing okay, you're not suffering from any underlying diseases. The older we get, the more our bodies start to break down. Honestly, after you turn 25, you start feeling it. And if you're over 25, you know what I mean. You start feeling it. You're feeling those early mornings. You're feeling the back pains. You're feeling the tiredness. You start feeling it. Your body just starts going downhill after a certain age. So you want to make sure that you are eating healthy foods. You want to make sure that you're exercising. You want to make sure that you're getting your checkup. Number 27, trust your intuition. Trust those vivid dreams. This kind of ties into an earlier lesson I shared, but make sure you're trusting your intuition. You're a woman. or man. I mean, I'm sure men have intuition as well, but women's intuition tends to be a little stronger. That intuition is that gut feeling that's like, if it doesn't feel right inside, it's not right. Trust it. Number 28, moisturize your face daily and wear sunscreen. The sun can see you, okay? It is causing skin damage to your face. The sun can really lead to cancer. So make sure you're wearing sunscreen. Make sure you're moisturizing your face, because that is going to keep you looking youthful. But moisturize and SPF all the way, all day. All right, number 29 is a lesson that my dad actually taught me. And he told me this, and it kind of stuck with me. I always like keep this to this day. I think if I have a daughter, I will pass this along to her. Keep your mind in the books and not on them boys, okay? Because when your mind is in the books, you're focused, you're learning. When your mind is on the boys, they're distractions. Boys are distractions. When I was single and I was, definitely doing my studies, grades are good. Grades are good. It was nothing else for me to focus on but school. But when you have a boy involved in school, now you have two things to focus on. So that means one of the things will not get as much attention as the other thing. So you want to make sure that you're focusing your attention on the thing that's going to lead you to the path of success. Focus your mind on the books. The boys will always be there. I mean, the books will always be there too, girl. But while you're young, you have time, focus on the books. Okay. And lesson number 30 is to go with the flow. I'm still learning this lesson to this day. I'm still reserved. I am a Virgo. I will say that 1,000 times. I am a Virgo and I'm reserved. I am quiet when we first meet. I am the little shy person in the corner at the party. I'm still reserved. But once people get to know me, they're like, oh my God, you say the most random things. Like, I can be random, I can be funny and warm and loving and all those good things. Like, I just have to open up. And yeah, I'm still learning that. I can't just walk into the party and be like, oh, the party's here. But when I'm like at a party, it's like, I don't know these people. What if they're judging me? But who cares? You're at a party, right? But yeah, it's just that I'm still learning. It's okay. We're all still learning. We're all still meeting people. I don't know a lot of people. I only hang with like 3 close friends and my boyfriend and sometimes his friends. And, I don't really like associate myself with like a lot of people. I am an introvert, but I also have an extroverted heart. So I said I'm empathic as well. So when I go out, I get drained and then I need to come back and I will like stay in the house all weekend or all week or all month after one social gathering of people, because it's like, oh my God, all these people, I have to socialize. And socializing takes hella energy. So with that, it's just like, okay, I have to socialize and just pull myself together and then socialize. And sometimes it don't be that bad. Sometimes, when the drinks start flowing, you just loosen up, just go with the flow and just have a good time. And then you can just go back home and just deal with your own stuff and deal with life. So that is what I'm still learning to this day, is just learning how to just go with the flow. And yeah, that's my last lesson. Thank you so much. I know this video will probably be extremely long, but if you've watched my video thus far, I told you at the beginning of this video that I have a special announcement. So with that, I do want to let you all know that I am going to be launching my very own travel company. I was a travel agent for a very large company, and the company actually reached out to me to see if I would be interested in becoming an independent travel contractor for them. And I said yes. So with that, I am launching my very own travel company. Booking travel is something that I love to do. I love sending people on vacation. That's something that I'm so passionate about, because I think everyone deserves a vacation, whether you feel like you deserve a vacation or not, whether you feel like you have the money that you deserve a vacation. I feel like everyone deserves the right to take a vacation. So with that, I am so excited to be launching my business. that is the big news, the special surprise that I had that I wanted to share with you all. So if you are interested in booking travel with me, please, please, please make sure you just send me an email. I would love to send you on vacation. I would love to recommend hotels. I would love to work with you all. And yeah, if you are interested, like I said, I'm a travel agent and I have my own company. So I'm so excited to just be promoting this and working for this company, with this company, and just promoting the travel and just doing something that I love on top of, you know, having a career that I'm also still learning and growing in that field as well. If you've watched this video thus far, I hope you enjoyed hearing the 30 lessons that I have learned before turning 30. And if you want to read my list of lessons, they will be posted on my blog site. I also have a blog site now as well. Your girl is just doing big things. But my lessons are posted on my blog site, so feel free to click the link below. And then also make sure if you haven't already done so, subscribe to my channel. Please subscribe to my channel. Make sure you share this video and also make sure you hit the thumbs up button on this video. And I'll check in with you guys later. Mwah. Thanks for watching.